what's your opinion on my bird here, Mr. Parrot?
It's a macaw. Scarlet macaw.
What?
It is a scarlet macaw.
Oh, you know birds.
Yeah. And that's actually not life-sized.
Are you saying he's not real?
I'm saying it's not to scale.
Okay, but he's real.
Are we doing that Monty Python sketch?
Everything is a Monty Python sketch.
I don't think Monty Python's funny. And
You don't?
at all. Like, not
That
once.
explains so much.
Does it? What does it explain?
What do you think is funny? What?
You not answering that question is pretty funny.
Well, yeah, what do you think is funny? Having a mantis shrimp?
No.
Do you think Big Lebowski is funny?
Oh, God, no. Although,
This is getting worse and worse.
to be fair,
Yep.
I only tried to watch Big Lebowski after it's been part of the culture for many years,
Right.
to the point where every single line has been quoted incessantly by the most annoying frat bros ever.
Yeah.
So I kind of have been poisoned to be able to appreciate it.
Right.
So maybe if I'd seen it when it came out, before it became a thing, I would have enjoyed it. I couldn't get through it. Like, I couldn't get through 20 minutes.
Is that how you feel about Schindler's List?
Well,
It's so much easier for me to stare at you when you have sunglasses on.
I didn't think you'd be the one making Holocaust jokes today. And yet here we are.
And cutscene. I actually have like no trouble making eye contact with you when you're wearing shades.
Yes, because you're a robot.
Two copies of myself.
Yeah. Oh, you seeing yourself in them?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm having a conversation with myself. It's not your fault, Lex.
They made you like this. You were just a good little robot in St. Petersburg.
I could see Mr. Parrot a little bit too.
But what do you find funny? Come on, let's. This is an interesting subject.
Well, I find Monty Python. I find absurdity funny.
Yes, I find absurdity funny. I think that's the thing. When people come at me, and maybe this is an Eastern European thing.
Yeah.
When they're like, how can you find this like very dark subject funny? It's like, well, the humor, first of all, the humor is that you're making fun of something that's dark. So already it's absurd.
Mhm.
Like, it's completely inappropriate. Second, just psychologically, Joan Rivers said that Winston Churchill said, I don't know if it's true, that when you make people laugh, you're giving them a little vacation.
Mhm.
And I was just thinking about this the other day, how when I die, if I want my funeral to be a roast.
Yeah.
It doesn't help me that everyone's sad. If I brought people happiness or joy in life, whatever, I want to keep doing that in death. Your sadness doesn't help me. I know you can't help it, but tell stories of how it made you laugh, make fun of me, make me the punching bag, even literally take me out of that coffin and be I don't make me a piñata. I don't care.
Mhm.
So I think, and it's I don't understand. Well, I do understand, but it's sad for me when people are like, this isn't funny, that isn't funny. I feel the way I look at humor is the way it's like a chef, right? It's pretty easy to make bacon taste good, but some of these really obscure ingredients to make it palatable, that takes skill. So if you're dealing with a subject that is very emotional or intense and you can make people laugh, then that takes skill, and that's the relief for them.
Yeah. It's all about timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference? You want to hear one of my jokes?
Is it a pirate joke? Because that's the only kind I accept today. But
Okay.
no, go ahead. It doesn't have to be a pirate joke. This one time.
Do you know who Leah Thomas is?
Yeah.
What's the difference between Leah Thomas and Hitler?
What?
Leah Thomas knows how to finish a race.
Very nice. Very nice.
Did I just get the gold medal?
Good job. Why does it take pirates forever to get through the alphabet?
Why?
Because they spent years at sea.
Oh, I thought it was going to be an R
Nope.
joke. That's a
No.
good one. I like that.
Yeah.
When I was in North Korea, one...
Oh, you know Dennis Rodman. It's a callback.
By the way, the thing that is very heartbreaking about the North Korean situation is that they have a great sense of humor. It would be a lot easier if these were like robots or drones. They have big personalities, big sense of humor, and that made it much harder to leave and interact with these people because it's. I mean, there's nothing more human and universal than laughter, and laughter's free.
you saying there's humor even amongst the people that have most of their freedoms taken away?
Especially, I mean, again, we're from, the Soviet Union. Like, there's anecdote. I mean, Russian humor is a thing because there's nothing you can. If you can't have food or nice things, at least you can have joy and make each other laugh. I think about it all the time, and I think about my guide all the time. It's been 2012, so it's been 11 years since I've been there, and she's still there, and everyone I've seen is still there. They just recently electrified the border, so you can't even the few people who are escaping can't do it anymore.
But that's interesting that they still have a sense of humor. I attribute the Soviet Union for having that because of the like really deep education system. Like you got to read a lot of literature.
Okay.
And because of that, you get to kind of learn about the cruelty, the injustices, the absurdity of the world.
Right.
As long as the writing is not about the current regime.
Yeah, but I think like if you look at like African Americans, Jewish Americans, gay Americans, they are all disproportionate in terms of contributing to comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because these groups have some kind of, magic to them. It's that when you are on the outside looking in, you're going to have different perspective than the people who are in the middle of the bell curve. But also, when you don't have anything to lose, at the very least, you can make each other laugh and find happiness that way. So, that is something that I think is an important thing to recognize.